Hello and welcome to Community Chats. I'm your host, Aley Hammer, and today we're joined with Dale Jenkins, the founder and Chief Development Officer at Microsolve. Dale, thank you so much for being on the show today. Can you start by telling us a little bit about Microsolve?
Sure, Ali. Thanks for the opportunity. Microsolve's a managed service provider. We're based here in the Illawarra region of New South Wales. And Microsoft provides hosting, support and consulting services to a range of clients with a particular focus on the delivery of application access via the Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops application to organisations within the human services vertical.
Wow, and Dale, one of the reasons we were so excited to have you on the show today is because you've recently completed an all-in migration. So can you tell us a little bit about the process and any challenges that might have come up along the way?
Yeah, certainly. The migration actually came out of a strategic review of our hosting environment that was undertaken around about 18 months ago. And that review had identified a number of limitations within our ability to scale our in-house hosting environment, hosting environment, which we've been operating for around about 10 years. We undertook a marketplace review that identified that the AWS cloud had the best fit for the range of services that we needed to provide, and those services need to provide continuity of delivery to our client base and for us to be able to establish a platform to move forward from. Once we'd actually gone through that review, we actually engaged with AWS and then with an AWS partner, an organisation by the name of iTalk, to firstly establish a compliant multi-tenant hosting environment consistent with our isolation and security requirements for our clients, and then to develop a migration methodology that we were all comfortable with. That migration methodology had to recognise that there were numerous challenges to be overcome, including limited opportunities for service outages, high levels of application integration and interoperability, a number of legacy OS deployments, and around about 20 terabytes of active data that needed to be transferred. The approach that we actually all settled on used some existing direct connect facilities between what was our hosting environment and the new client environments. We undertook some development of templated builds for key client core computing assets such as domain controllers, Citrix development desktop controllers. These were then integrated back into the existing environments and provided a really great foundation for the application and data migrations. We then used a combination of the AWS Cloud Endure data sync and also some Veeam backup tools as a tool set that managed the migration of various virtual machines and the 20 terabytes of unstructured data, which is essentially file stores, across into the AWS environment.
Wow, it's really cool and very interesting to actually hear what the process is like when you undergo a migration from the customer's point of view, because obviously we look at it from the other angle. So Dale,
Yep.
What have you found are the benefits of being all in on the cloud?
Oh, look, there really are numerous. I've got three core benefits that the team here have really discussed and have identified as being major to our organisation. Firstly, was the access to be able to rapidly scale our client environments. We were in a position in March this year, which we were midway through our migration or our transformation, if you like, when COVID struck, and we were essentially able to double the compute resources available within our client environments to be able to support remote workers. Now, we were able to do that in minutes. In our old environment, that would have been hours to days. Secondly, we no longer have to invest in the maintenance of our own hosting environment, and this has freed up a considerable amount of resourcing, which is now available for allocation to paying project work and obviously optimization of migrated workloads and making those workloads more cloud native. And the third one is we've really seen a measurable decrease in performance-related tickets being reported through to our support centre. And obviously, if we can drive down ticket numbers, we increase our ability to service our clients and obviously what our clients think of us. Services are simply running faster in AWS than we could have ever achieved in our own facilities.
Wow, that is incredible. I mean, there are so many benefits being on the cloud, but did you face any challenges when you were moving to the cloud? And if so, how did you overcome them?
Yeah, absolutely. As with any major migration, there are always going to be challenges. We came across a number, but I'd have to say none of them were actually showstoppers. So a couple of the key ones that we came across is the deployed environment. It had drifted from the original build documentation, and obviously that increased the complexity of a number of components that needed to be moved. We found that there were some software vendors that did not really want to accept that there was change and was certainly reluctant to move across into what they saw as public cloud environments. Probably the biggest one we found, though, was a challenge, in a number of 24/7 environments to be able to get actually outage windows from end clients for what they considered to be non-critical movements. Now that they're actually, those migrations have been undertaken, they see that slightly differently. And probably one of the small ones, that some of the migration technologies didn't work necessarily as expected, but there were always alternative ways that things could be approached. And as I said, none of these were showstoppers.
So what's next for Microsolve? Can you give us any insight into some exciting upcoming projects or what we can look forward to?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the next big area for us is really an optimization of existing services that we deliver out to our clients. We've already identified a number of areas where there are what I consider unneeded dedicated assets that are in play that can be eliminated and moved across to AWS-based services. And obviously that further frees up our internal engineering maintenance efforts, and also improves reliability and accessibility for our clients. And secondly, we've been able to unlock a whole heap of data within our client businesses that is now available to actually have some data analysis solutions developed and put over the top of to give our clients the ability to better use that available data for making informed business decisions, it was really quite exciting for us to be able to enable that within our client organisations.
Dale, this has been such an interesting chat, and we really appreciate your time today. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Aley.